Hey, what's up? Matt here with AdjusterTV, and for the best tips and tools for getting on the first call list as an independent adjuster, subscribe now. I'm here live at NACA in Las Vegas with Schedule It CEO and NACA President Rebecca Wheeling, and we're going to talk a little bit about what NACA has accomplished in 2019 and kind of what 2020 looks like going forward. So here's Rebecca.
Thanks, Matt. So, good morning, everybody. We're here at the NACA event, and we have worked tirelessly as a board all year long to be able to improve this convention and to really focus on the adjusters. So, last March, we were anticipating this growth happening in our industry, and how do we get more adjusters here, and how do we help them to get more deployment opportunities? So, the board got together down in Texas, and we did a strategic planning meeting for the whole weekend. That's not easy. We have all these ideas and everybody wants to do a little different piece, but we came up with 6 different things. And if you go onto the NACA website, you can see those 6 strategic things. But we focused mainly on that strategic planning of how do we not just look at ourselves as catastrophe adjusters, because as we all know, there's not as many catastrophe adjusters getting deployed, right? How do we take our skills as adjusters and how do we utilize them in the industry to be able to still earn a living, to be able to help homeowners, which is what we're all passionate about? And then how do we allow the IA firms to be able to meet those adjusters that have these skill sets or brand new adjusters that have these skill sets? So we focused really on that strategic planning, and it was neat. We come back with a
So,
lot
what did
of
you
good
guys come up
things.
with?
Well, there's 6 different things, but the main thing that we had to focus on first is how do we get the organization to a point where we can now explode, right? So we had to focus on the bylaws. The bylaws for this organization, 44 years old. 44 years. So we wanted to be able to make sure that the bylaws really were for today's industry. That the guys that started this back in 1976, they were great founding members. They had a vision for being able to help each other, to mentor each other, to educate, and then also to be able to utilize technology resources in the future. So they were very visionary. But now we needed to be able to update the bylaws. We had a team of 8 or 9 people to be able to owners, past presidents. I felt like we took wisest people in the industry, kind of like the Obi-Wans, right?
Sure.
Put them together and said, okay, now let's think about the next 44 years. So we got that done. And then we focused on the education for here at the convention. What's the biggest thing that we're hearing in the industry right now is that there's not a lot of work for field adjusters. So we wanted to be able to focus on flood because there is a lot of flood work. Flood work is never going to leave.
Right.
And then we focused on desk adjusting. So yesterday we had our first 4 desk adjusting classes ever at NACA. And it was exciting. We had 2 carriers in there. We had 2 IA firms that were working together. And we also had an attorney, one of the counsels from one of the carriers. It was neat to be able to hear their side of desk adjusting. Then we focused on the flood. We added, we always do the first NFIP class of the year. It's kind of the kickoff for the whole industry. But we've focused in on now how do you write a flood estimate? How do you handle different coverages? What's an RC-BAP? All those different types of things to be able to help educate. And then the biggest announcement that came out on Sunday night, we're all humans and we have to focus on our families first. And if we can't take care of our families, we can't take care of other families. So we partnered with Adjuster Zone this year.
Nice.
Yes. And we really did that because you know what? They're doing a great job at adjusterzone.com. They're doing a great job of providing member benefits to adjusters. You can now set up a retirement account and you can get health insurance benefits.
That's incredible.
You know, why try to recreate the wheel? Let's just partner with the people that already know what they're doing and then let's help our members. And that's the goal of NACA.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, what about going forward into 2020? Any little sneak peek you can give us?
I think that there's going to be more focus on not just having one convention. We're going to be doing some other smaller conventions across the United States.
Okay.
We had one last April in Dallas. We called it the Mixer. And really, it truly was a mixer. We were mixing the IA firms with the adjusters. It was after a flood class. We had about 600 people there.
So kind of like a really, really big meetup.
A really big meetup. Yes.
Nice.
And all adjusters and everybody talks your talk. And if you're new, it's a great opportunity for you to be able to not have to spend a lot of money if you don't have it.
Right.
We're realists, we know. But then it also gives us the opportunity to be able to go across the United States and, meet more adjusters and to be able to help them ultimately help homeowners. And that's the goal.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, you can go to NACATADJ.org for more information about NACA. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great storm.